I'm your host, Regan Tetlow, Gordon Bennett TV, and joining me in the studio, producer Mark.
Good morning, good evening.
It is, well, it's a good morning somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's good morning somewhere, and it has been an intense few days. And now we're finally installed in the studio here. Everybody is aloft, and we're here to do our show.
We were indeed. So I can tell you right now, our teetotal time is 24 hours, 28 minutes, and 50 seconds. And currently the leaderboard is 5th place Netherlands, 797 kilometers. We've got USA 2 on 4th on 808, Poland 2 809, USA 3 850, and USA 1 on 851. Lots to tell you about, lots to go over today. The big story, we've got one of the balloons has already landed. Belgium won with 707.18 kilometers, 20 hours and 54 minutes. We caught up with them a little bit later. Let's see what they had to say. I'm joined on the line. Belgium won. Jory and Jan, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on a good, safe landing.
Thank you.
Tell me all about your race from the launch. How was it?
Well, from the launch on, I think we can say it was an incredible experience. The moment we took off, and our family and friends and all the balloon community and all the people in Munster were there to give a big shout out to everyone who took off. Yeah, it's a moment you will never forget. For Jan, it was the second time he took part in the Gordon Bennett, and for me it was the very first time for the Gordon Bennett, and even also my 8th gas balloon flight. So it was really a little bit stressy in the beginning. And yeah, then the moment you take off, then let it go and then go with the flow, of course.
What an absolute achievement. Almost a full day in the air for your very first time. How are you feeling right now?
Tired.
Can you imagine how tired you would be after 4 days?
Yeah, I can try to imagine. I think Jan can also try to imagine, but yeah, we will know maybe in a few years when we do.
I don't know. I mean, guys, a transatlantic flight for 8 hours in a comfortable aeroplane, that leaves me exhausted. I don't know how you do it. I really don't.
Yeah, but that's not adventure, Regan. That's not adventure.
Oh, you should see some of the planes I go on. It can be. Can you show me around a little bit where you are? Can you show me a bit of an image of where you've landed?
I hope you can see it a little bit like this. So we came over there.
Yes.
And, how you say in English?
Rope.
The rope.
Yes.
Landing with a very strong, quite strong wind. We had about 10 knots at landing, and it was quite thermic weather.
Yes.
So it was quite hard landing, but yeah, we were safe on the ground.
Do you wear helmets for your landings?
Well, we had them with us, and we told after the landing, why did we took them with us?
Brilliant. And what about ballast? How much ballast did you have left?
A lot. I think you can say
20 bags.
20 bags, yeah.
Yes. And was it your idea to do just a 1 day? Was that the initial plan, or did you think you might go further? What did you think?
Initial plan was 2 nights.
Yeah. And what made your decision for 1 day, for one before the night?
We had contact with our 2 people in the headquarters who were helping us for ATC and MET information. And the plan they were giving us, for maybe, let me say, our experience or our thoughts.
Yes.
It was a very good plan, and probably a lot of pilots and teams will do the plan in the next hours.
Yes.
But for us, we were thinking now, let it be as it is. Let us do a nice and safe landing today with a good feeling, and not an extra night with a little bit stress of what's coming up. Do we need to go over water or not? And let this be the adventure of the Gordon Bennett 2024.
Well, guys, you're 67th, the Coupe Aéronautique Gordon Bennett. You have done it. We're all very proud of you here in Munster. Do you want to say a quick hello to anybody watching before we let you go?
And if it's possible, I would like to cheer up to, of course, our team who has just arrived at the field. and also the people who helped us with the mat, Meteo, Jonas de Bot, and Christopher Kotter. Thank you very much for all the help during the last days to prepare our flight.
Well, guys, thank you very much. We look forward to getting you back here. Have a nice evening and enjoy your packing away, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah,
Okay,
we see you. Bye-bye, Regan. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. It is the World Championships of gas ballooning, long distance gas ballooning. 21 teams took off from here just over 24 hours ago. One's definitely landed. Mark, let's have a look at the state of the play of the balloons. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, of course, if you have the map up here. So they all took off up here in Munster just over 24 hours ago. So they really flew quite a distance in the one day. They're now in southern France. We know Paris was a big no-fly zone, but that was not a problem at all for all of them. And now they're basically heading down towards Spain. As we heard, like Belgium 1 has landed in here, and when we had a closer look, it looks like Poland 2 has landed as well, but I just checked with the event director, and to date we don't have a confirmation yet, so we'll certainly update during this show if we get in a confirmation of the landing.
Incredible stuff. We spoke to our good friend of the show, David, who's in the headquarters of the USA teams, all three teams using the same command center. Let's catch up with David and just see what he had to say. David Strassman, how are you, my friend?
Good, thank you. I am coming home, and coming for the next night.
Where are you now?
I'm at my hometown in Affoltern in Emmental in Switzerland.
And tell us exactly what you're doing. Are you running all three USA teams?
Yes, I'm running all three USA teams with two Meteo guys. One is sitting in Münster, is Don Dale, he is here. And the other one is Randy, he is sitting in the US. We have a headquarter team of 6 people, 3 in the US, 3 in Europe.
Is this the first time the USA have had a coordinated situation like this?
It's the very first time that all US teams working together. We had it last year with 2 US teams together, and 2 years before I started with 1.
Brilliant. I mean, it's worked well for other countries, hasn't it? It is a way forward, of course.
Yeah, it has to be. I think this is a key for success for the government race. Yeah.
Without giving away secrets, David, can you give us a rundown how a day progresses, how the hours go? What exactly are you looking? Not without giving strategy, of course, but what things are you managing? What are you looking at?
Okay, we have a strategy. It's called Cola Mola. It's a Spanish thinking. It's feeling good. As a translation for that. And yeah, I think we are all teams are very similar with the same strategy, but we see a split of the group already, and we are happy because we are all in the position what we want to have. So therefore, we are on track, and yeah, we will see what's going on.
The other 2 members of your team, how are you in communication with them? With WhatsApp or with voice calls? How do you communicate?
Both,
Yes.
more or less WhatsApp all the time,
Yes.
because we have one WhatsApp group for the teams, and the questions coming, or we get the informations about ballast, battery, and so on. And yeah, that's a key point, and we have shifts that every one of the headquarters is always available for the teams.
David, for the novice watching who doesn't really know much about gas ballooning, can you give me an idea what the support crews, what you guys do on a daily basis? What kind of things are you managing?
At least most of the time is watching weather and trajectories. And we have an ATC expert, this is Lynn. She takes care all the time about the ATC. If we see there's some issue what we have to fix, we will try it into the air. We give the information to the teams, and they will work it with the ATC. Otherwise, we get a call to the ATC and try to find out a solution for them.
Very good indeed. And while I've got you here, how's your ballooning? What have you got going on at the moment?
My ballooning is at least a bit stopped, not from the sportive side, because I changed my nation from the Germans to the Swiss ones, and to change the nation needs a block of 2 years.
Right.
Means that was the reason why I missed this World Championships in Saturday, but it is like it is. But I am happy to support the US teams.
Well, great. Hey, thank you very much for your call, David. And I hope we can get you back as the days progress. We really hope to keep contact with you. And I must say, a very big thank you to Blazer for the support, continuing support of Gordon Bennett TV.
Oh yeah, that's it's a passion. It's our passion, supporting the ballooning community entire. It doesn't matter hot air or gas balloon. And yeah, for sure, we have some surprises for next year.
Excellent. We'll look forward to catching up with you over the next few days. Enjoy your afternoon or evening, should I say. Bye-bye.
You too. All the best to the organization team. And it was a great event yesterday with the inflating. It was, I was, blessed. That was
quite a venue, eh? Quite a beautiful venue to take off.
Yeah. It's hard to beat for the next Gordon Bennett, I say.
Thank you, Manny. Thanks, Dave. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so live developing stories, Mark.
Yeah, we finally, or we just got the confirmation from the event director that Poland 2 has reported in. He has safely landed 20 past the hour. And what we saw on the tracking actually was right.
So what is the procedure from a team when they do land to get that information to the event director? Is it just a call? What is the actual protocol?
So the protocol is, first of all, it has just make sure it's a safe landing. So safety first, make sure the balloon is safe, maybe deflate, whatever is necessary. But then they are asked to call in to the event director as early as possible. It's usually a phone call. It's not necessarily the event director. They have a competition team here. There's a 24-hour shift by the competition event director's team, and they just call in that number, and whoever is there will pick up the number, will pick up the phone, receive confirmation, confirm everything is fine, confirm the time of the landing, and then with that, it's also the team here that will close the flight plan. So all the balloons fly with a so-called flight plan. That's the same as a normal airliner has as well. So that basically all the different air traffic controllers en route, which in our case is almost all of Europe, is basically aware of those balloons.
Keep your questions coming in, everybody. We'd love to hear from you, love to hear your interactions and any questions you might have, especially if you're new to this and you're wondering just how it all works. And you can really help us as well to push us out to the world. Hit that like button, press share as well, get a few people watching. Over on the social media channel, we've got Florian watching the questions coming through. Any questions at the moment, Florian?
Yes, we have one question already coming in from Lila Bluestar, and she's asking, she titles as a noob's question, but she's asking, do pilots have a way to steer the balloon similar to a sailboat, or is it only up and down searching for the wind that goes in the right or certain direction?
So yes, it's really just the different altitudes for the winds. There's actually one additional challenge for gas balloons versus hot air balloons. You can't just go a little bit up, a little bit down to search for your wind, because every change in altitude basically reduces your endurance. So you need to be very strategic, and that's why they all have teams like what we heard from David Strassman, like those headquarters, that give them a good forecast through the weather models, that they basically can assess where the winds will go in which direction. And they usually quite strategic, go to the specific altitudes.
Whichever team wins, they get the opportunity to host the Gordon Bennett, the Coupe Aéronautique, 2 years down the line. And that's the reason we're here in Munster in Germany right now, because the Eimers Germany won. They took the win 2 years ago. We've got a great little video here showing what it looks like of their team looking down onto the basket. You can just see how much space there isn't for the teams there, for their living conditions. And Benny from the team got in touch with Gordon Bennett TV a little bit earlier and gave us a tour around the sky.
So hello, it's exactly 3 p.m. over Force from Team Germany 1 here. And I will tell you and explain you some simple things about gas ballooning. So during the morning the sun came up and heat up the gas, so the balloons were all climbing to the taut altitude. So when the balloon is full of gas, So it was around 1,500 meter and 2,000 meter. Depends on how much ballast you spent during the last night. Now everybody's flying on the inversion. It's quite high here, it's 1,400 meter high. The whole day was very stable, so we had no clouds, so no cooling during the day. And it was a stable and good flight, so we used no ballast at all. But now it starts slowly that the sun cannot heat up anymore the balloon, and it has the maximum altitude, so it will cool down now until sunset. So now every team needs to spend some ballast during the next 3-4 hours, maybe 5 hours, to get the balloon, to level the balloon, because we will lose lift when the gas is getting cooler. And that's the normal way that you have every day. From the morning coming up, sun is heating, and in the evening it's cooling down. So that's the reason why we cannot fly 10 or 15 days. We will spend all our ballast because of sun heating, night cooling, and that's the way also gas ballooning is limited in some durations. But it's possible to fly up to 100 hours if the conditions are very well and fine. We're over the TGV now here, over the TGV track, and yeah, I sent some good pictures here out from our balloon to Europe, to our balloon friends. Bye bye.
Great content from Germany 1. Benny always brings good stories. We've got another developing story, Mark.
Yeah, we just got word also that Great Britain 1 has landed as well, so our 2 female team has landed safely as well.
Good job, girls. That's Anne and Deborah. Congratulations on your Gordon Bennett, your 67th. Florian, a few more questions?
Yes, we have a few more questions coming in. First of all, there was a question, if winning balloons land at the same distance, who is determined to be the winner?
That's it's basically really like there's almost never the same distance, right? We are measuring with GPS precision, so I would say we are down to like the 5 to 10 meter precision, and it's really rarely that they would ever get to the exact same distance. If they would happen to be at the same distance, they would also have a common winner, but it's the same as in a racing case. If you're down to the hundreds of seconds, you might still have a tie on it.
Tell us what actually constitutes a landing, though. If you brushed against a tree or scraped across the ground a little bit, that's not necessarily a landing. It's not first point of contact, eh?
No, it's not the first point of contact. The rule says it's the final landing, final resting position of the basket.
That's right. So you could skid along 100 meters and you'd get that score.
Yeah, especially if there's a windy condition. It's not a rare case that they really like drag along like 10-50 meters on a field, and then the final resting position is really the scoring position.
Exciting show we've got for you tonight. Teams landing, all going on, heading south. But during the daytime, when the sun's out and there's a little bit more time to relax, that's the time when the teams can take a moment for themselves, make sure to make themselves a nice lunch and enjoy their food. Let's check out Germany 2 and just see what they had for lunch today.
So, Matthias, what are we having for dinner today?
Today it's a new addition to our strategy, so to speak. It's called Track and Eat. You can buy it in the Explorer store, whatever. And it's chicken and curry rice. And it says, where is the English version? There is no English version. Oh yeah, there is. Pour boiling water directly into the bag, up to 8.5 centimeters on the scale. Stir thoroughly, close the bag and let it rest for 10 minutes. And then we'll be back.
Yeah. We'll try this now and then we'll send you an update whenever we are good to eat.
So, here we go. Dinner time.
Dinner time. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye-bye. And how does it taste?
It's pretty nice. It's warm.
And healthy.
And healthy.
A lot of proteins.
Yeah. So I would say, yeah. Definitely recommendable. Would eat here again.
Sounds good.
Still got loads to get through tonight on the evening show. We're just going to take a little quick break and check in with our sponsors.
It's not the hours, minutes or seconds that define us, but generations. The watch collection from the Tuttimer family. Discover more at tuttimer.com.
We're loving your interaction, guys. Loving your questions coming in. Florian, what are they saying?
So we have another question coming in on Facebook. If that's wrong, sorry. Do the balloons land within the next few hours since they are heading for the ocean?
I would think rather actually cross. The ones that are still flying would actually rather plan to cross the ocean, although we will see later there's some trajectories showing also that they will stay inland. Nevertheless, like in general, they try to land before dawn.
Yeah.
So that's why also actually why we scheduled this
dawn,
this show. Before sunset.
Yes.
So that that's why we scheduled the show at this time as well, because now it is actually sunset at this area.
Yes.
And we can really see what's going on. You also like ahead of them is the Pyrenees Mountains.
Yeah.
That's an especially difficult landing situation. So I would certainly expect them to even have landed now or plan to go through the whole night.
Well, let's see how we go on before the rest of the show, see what else we get. We do know Belgium 1, Poland 2, and Great Britain 1 have actually landed right now from our 21 teams. We caught up with Balthasar a little bit earlier and his look at what's going on with Swiss 2.
Yeah, good evening from the basket of Switzerland 2. Once more, René, how was your day today?
This day is very difficult for the thermic. We have a little problem with the thermic.
Yeah, just in one time, huh? In the afternoon, sun, it started. It was a blue thermal situation, no clouds, but just blue thermals, yes?
Yes. Yeah.
But otherwise, we had a pretty straightforward day, and we had just one little prohibited area which forced us to climb a little bit, but otherwise, also airspace-wise, it was better than anticipated.
Yes.
Now, well, we're preparing for the night. We had our dinner. It was wonderful, just instant noodles. Perfect dinner for ballonists. And now we're just in conversation with our command center for the strategy of the night, of which we obviously are not saying much. Right now, we sit on a very strong inversion right now at the moment. We try to climb a little bit, but it kind of keeps us back. So that's always a good sign. It wants to hold us. And all good. Radio silence. We are at Limoges Info now. So out of the very busy Paris Info Air Traffic Control Center. And life is good, right? Life is good. We're looking forward to what's happening tonight.
Yes.
Some difficult and challenging times ahead with Bordeaux, I think, but for all participants and competitors, and then we'll see. Huh? Okay, that's it. Have a good evening, have a good night, and talk to you maybe in the night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's all happening. We're bringing it to you. It's the oldest air sport. It's the oldest competitive sport. It's the World Championships of Gas Ballooning, the 67th Coupe Aéronautique Gordon Bennett, live with Gordon Bennett TV here in Munster. Mark, tell us a bit more about landings.
So I wanted to actually first talk a little bit here about like the trajectories.
Yes.
So these are model calculations, and this is I just picked one random model here. So this is not to show them where we really expect them to land. So one thing I'd like to show you is like, this is basically a point that I picked at the end of the pack of the balloons.
Yeah.
So, and basically said like, they were here at 7 o'clock today and give me the 3 different altitudes, and this is where they would end up landing. Now, if we show like the other trajectory calculation, which is just at the same time, just a little bit further on, like those trajectories actually for the lower pass here show a significant difference in the place. So, of course, there's always ways to kind of change altitude, go into different winds and so on, but basically timing is a very relevant part in this sport. Yeah. It's not, we call it a race, but it's not a race in terms of be the fastest. It's a race to be the furthest away, and the timing really matters. Sometimes you want to be the first, sometimes you want to be the last. Yeah. And we talked about the like what ends up with a tie at the end. Like, one strategy here is to be the last. So basically, see everybody land before of you, and then you just need to fly a meter longer than everybody else.
Yeah, it's incredible stuff. It really is a game of wits and wills. Florian, anything else there for us at the moment?
Yes, we get many questions today. And another question we got is, how much sleep do the pilots actually get up there?
That really depends between the teams. So some teams have a very clear schedule. Some told me like they do 4 hours alternation. Other teams just say whoever is tired goes to sleep.
Yeah.
But it's basically 2 fully licensed pilots, so they can really like switch between them, and it's just one of them has to be up at the time.
Florian?
Yeah, we have another question coming in asking about the AdBlue bottle they saw in the background of the Germany 2 video. Maybe we can ask them and they can tell us tomorrow.
I think that's what we'll have to do, yes.
They're probably watching, their ground crew are watching right now. We know the team are chasing them down, so let us know, guys. Send us a WhatsApp and let us know about that. So, Mark Sullivan, Sherry White, they're up in the sky with USA 3. We had a look around at just what they could see.
Hello, from USA 3, Mark Sullivan, Sherry White. We've been flying over France. We're close to Vichy, where we had another Gordon Bennett, and we'd like to show you the countryside.
Yeah, there's not much better than flying in France. Countryside, you can take a look and see what we get to see.
There's a couple of other teams out in the distance. Have a great evening. Thanks.
It's really developed a lot during this show, Mark.
Yes, it has, and that's really the interesting part of this game, of this race as well. It's always full of surprises. It's always like somebody's just landing that you haven't expected to land or something like that. And it's you just have to be on. You always have to watch it, and like every time you go to bed and you wake up, it will be a different situation.
That's what you're going to do, isn't it? Every time, you guys, you're going to wake up every half an hour checking your YB tracking. That's what I'm going to be doing. I know you are as well. If you're over in the States, of course, it's already daytime for you, but let us know if you do keep checking it all the way through the night. Listen, you can also check it all out on live.gordonbennett.aero. All the stats and all the figures are there for you as well. The team from Australia with KIF Australia 1 sent us some videos down the line. Let's have a look.
So here we are in the cockpit of Team Australia, getting ready for our second night. I've got my Australian passport here, ready for a quick escape. Coffee up here and the sun setting over Bordeaux. And here we are, the gas balloon, our new Zonzo, on its maiden flight, making a fantastic job. We're very excited. We have Darius down in the cockpit, managing the show, and we're just about to head off into the second night, and we'll probably land around Toulouse tomorrow. So anyway, it's been a tremendous flight so far.
Good stuff, Keith, great guy. One more question, Florian?
Yes, we have one last question for today. One more question. Do all the teams return to Münster after landing?
Most of them will. We don't have the confirmation yet that all of them do, but we have a so-called welcome back party on Friday for the pilots, and then there's the big award ceremony on Saturday.
Yeah. Let's go back in time a few years, Mike. Let's have a look at one of the previous Gordon Bennetts, which headed down to Spain. Tell me about this.
So yeah, this is a track from 2002. They actually took up here in Châtellerault in France. This is one of the more extreme ways of flying over the sea. Just to follow up on the question that we had before, this was Vincent Leys with his co-pilot, basically flying over the Bay of Biscayne. Everybody expected them to land on the corner here, but the team truly trusted their meteorologists who said, like, just be aware, the winds will turn, fly out on the sea, and it will turn around. And this is what happened, and this is how they won the race in 2002.
That takes big trust in your meteorology to do that. Look how far out it was. Is that to scale? Is that actually how far out of the ocean they were?
That's correct. That's to scale. So yes, you really have to trust your meteorologist for that.
I will leave you with that thought. Keep checking the race all through the night. Send your questions in as well. We want to get them from you as we check out in the morning. But we'll be back with Gordon Bennett TV with all the overnight news and analysis here in the studio at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll see you then.
Good night.